Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Speak Easy English. I'm Lisa, and today we're tackling a really common challenge for English learners: how to speak smoothly without those awkward pauses that can interrupt your flow and make you feel less confident.
Hi everyone, I'm Tommy. I'm really excited about this topic because I know I've struggled with those pauses myself. It can be really frustrating when you know what you want to say, but you can't quite get the words out.
Absolutely, Tommy. So, as we mentioned, we're focusing on how to speak without pausing. This is a skill that's crucial for anyone who wants to improve their English fluency and communicate more effectively. Those ums, uhs, and long silences can really detract from your message and make you sound hesitant, even if you're feeling confident inside.
Exactly. It's not just about sounding smoother, though. It's also about being able to express yourself clearly and confidently. When you're constantly pausing, it can be hard for your listener to follow your train of thought, and it can even make them doubt your knowledge of the subject.
Very true. So, let's start with the basics. Where do we begin when it comes to minimizing those pauses?
Well, I think a big part of it is preparation. If you know what you're going to talk about, you're less likely to get stuck. For example, if you're going to have a conversation about your favorite movie, think about the main points you want to make beforehand: the plot, the characters, the acting, etc.
Excellent point. Planning helps a lot. It's like building a mental map of what you want to say. And it's not just about what you say, but how you say it. I've noticed that if I focus on my breathing, I tend to pause less.
Breathing is key. Taking deep breaths before you start speaking can help you relax and stay focused. And while you're talking, try to pause at natural breaks in your sentences, like commas or periods. For example, instead of saying, "I went to the store, and bought some groceries," you could say, "I went to the store and I bought some groceries."
That makes a huge difference. It's like giving yourself mini breaks without sounding hesitant. Another thing I found helpful is using filler phrases instead of those awkward ums.
Filler phrases? Like what?
Well, instead of saying you could say "let me see," or "in other words," or "what I mean is," or "basically." These phrases give you a moment to think without completely interrupting your flow and sound more natural.
That's a clever trick. It sounds much more professional. And I think practicing with a friend or language partner can make a big difference. You can have conversations on various topics and ask for feedback on your pausing habits.
Definitely. Having someone to give you feedback can help you identify your pausing habits and work on them. You can even record yourself speaking and listen back to see where you tend to pause the most. You might notice patterns you weren't aware of.
That's a great idea. Self-awareness is crucial, and I think it's important to remember that it's okay to pause occasionally. Even native speakers do it. The goal is to minimize those unnecessary pauses and sound more confident.
Exactly. It's about finding a balance between fluency and clarity. Sometimes a well-placed pause can actually emphasize a point or allow your listener to process what you've said.
Absolutely. And I think it's also important to focus on the content of what you're saying, rather than just trying to avoid pauses. If you're genuinely interested in the topic, you'll be more likely to speak naturally and find the right words.
That's so true. When I'm passionate about something, I tend to speak more fluently and with more confidence.
So, to summarize, here are some key takeaways. Prepare. Plan what you're going to say, especially for presentations or formal conversations. Breathe. Focus on your breathing to stay calm and focused. Pause naturally. Take breaks at commas and periods. Use filler phrases. Replace ums and oohs with natural-sounding phrases. Practice. Speak with friends or language partners. Record yourself. Listen back to identify your pausing habits. Don't be afraid to pause. Occasional pauses are natural. Focus on content. Be passionate about what you're saying.
Those are all excellent points. I think if learners put these tips into practice, they'll see a significant improvement in their fluency.
I agree. It takes time and effort, but it's definitely achievable. And remember, everyone's journey is different.
Absolutely. So keep practicing, keep speaking, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's how we learn and grow.
Well said, Lisa. And that brings us to the end of today's conversation. We hope you found these tips helpful and that you feel more confident about speaking English fluently.
Thank you for joining us today. We hope you found these tips helpful. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss a new lesson. We'll see you next time. And remember, every step you take in learning English is a great step. So keep on practicing, and we will see you back here soon.